open the task manager also. Okay, so directly have switched off using the button. Okay, guys. So have started the recording as well. Kindly check the recording has been started and has shared the screen as well. Okay. Previously, was taking one class, but no problem was there previously. But at present, why I don't know. Okay, so what actually has happened? Okay, fine. So today we are going to see the object-oriented programming. Okay, so before that, let us just understand the meaning for the prototype. Okay, so we do have the prototype. Prototype is okay. I'll tell you guys 1 second. Guys, did you practice? I didn't take class for 2 days, isn't it? So I hope you people have been practicing. Okay, I didn't receive any messages from you guys, which is like task-based messages from you guys. Prototype. Okay, so here what we needed to do is, okay, let me just write something for this one. See, so what is meant by the prototype is, okay, prototype, it is a class. It is a class, okay, which is a super class of all other classes in JavaScript, okay, super class of all other classes in JavaScript. Understand this one perfectly, clearly, okay, very, very important. Prototype, you see this prototype in many places. Clear, ma? Fine, prototype as a superclass of all other classes in JavaScript. Yes. So what is the thing is, here we are going to write one method, okay? So let me just write one function, okay? So function, and so see, I actually have used the capital letter, okay? So student, anything else, okay? You can just put anything else, not at all a problem. Student or employee or child or anything else, okay? Hospital, like that, temple, okay? So you can put anything else, okay? For this one, I'll tell you what is the meaning for this one exactly, okay? I actually have used this one. I have written it as a function, but it is not a function, okay? I'll tell you guys later on about this one perfectly, okay? Kindly, which is like consider this one as a function at present. Clear? Okay. So in this function, I'm going to just create, for this function itself, okay, I'm going to create one object. Okay. So let student is equal to new student, because we do have, isn't it? So student today I have written here. In that name itself, I have created a class name here. This is like the object, okay? Object. So previously you would have created one object for this one, isn't it? So obj is equal to new object. Like this, we would have created one object, right? Okay, so different object names would be created. So child one, like that we would have created. Okay, and when it comes to the class perfectly, we need to create an object like this only. Okay, I'll tell you guys what is the meaning for this one. Okay, when we go for the class, 1 second. Okay, so object creation will be told you guys. Okay, perfectly fine. And here, okay, so I'm going to just pass 3 data. Okay, in this object itself. Okay, so I'll tell you what is the meaning for this one. Okay, everything will be told you guys perfectly. Okay, so don't worry. 101, and next let me just fill some data here. Okay, student data only. Clear? So which is, let me just put my age. Okay, so name and ID. Clear? ID, name and age. I actually have written something, but this is not a proper, correct, this is like the correct data node. Okay, so let me just fill for an example. Okay, so we actually have passed the data here. We need to accept the data here. Okay, so we have passed the values here. We need to accept the data value here. Okay, so what is the thing? So how to accept it? So name, sorry, ID, name, and age. Okay, so with the container. So kindly understand. Okay, so we do have 3 values. Okay, so those many values we actually have called one robo. Okay, so robo is there now. Okay, so robo is there now. I actually don't know how to draw the robo. Okay, fine. So robo is like what is it? Oh my God, sorry. Okay, it is like one bird, isn't it? So looking us. Okay, it is like flying, looking us. Okay, fine. Okay, so one robo is there and robo's hand. Okay, so we are going to give the ID name. Okay, and this robo is going to put it inside one cup. Clear? Which is the ID. Then the cup of this name is, I mean, sorry, the name of this cup is ID, and the name of this cup is name. Okay, and name of another one cup is age. Clear? So like this, the robo is going to accept. Okay, so we actually have called this robo. Okay, so kindly understand this is a robo now. Okay, and to this robo, we actually have given these three data and asked the robot to fill these three data to the instance variables. Okay, so what is the instance variables here? I'll tell you. Instance variables. Okay, variables, and let id is equal to min id. Okay, so we are not going to initialize. Okay, to initialize the value only, we are going to write these many instance variables. Let age. Clear? So we have three types of the name, which is like three data we have here. Okay, so properties of this particular prototype. Okay, so this will be under control of. Okay, this will be, guys, understand perfectly. Okay, so very very easy. I mean, this is like very very important topic. Okay, will be under control of a prototype. Clear? So under control of the prototype, we actually have created three variables alone. Okay, and not initialized. So not initialized. So this is a special method, isn't it? So the special method is going to initialize the values to the instance variables. So what is meant by the instance variables? Instance variables, ma, we can access these variables in any of the method, okay, anywhere else in this file itself. Clear? So if it is a local, okay, this is actually a local variable. Clear? This is the instance variable and this is the local variable. You can just put anything as well, okay, so not at all a problem. You can just define like this as well, not at all a problem. So for this one, so how to take the instance variables here, okay? This, oh my God, sorry. This dot emp underscore id, clear, equal to this id. Put this id. Oh, sorry, this id. This id. Okay, so see here, so has got highlighted perfectly. Okay, this dot name is equal to this name. Okay, so put this name. I hope you people have understood. In case not, kindly let me know. It would be a little bit tricky only. I know that. Okay. Simple. Okay. So when we create an object for this method name, okay, method name. I actually have created an object for this method name. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. This is a special method. Okay. Special method. I'll tell you guys later on. Okay. What is the name of this method? Kindly understand this is a special method. And you should not tell this one as a function. Okay. So functions, what is that actually? Functions period and all has been completed successfully. Okay, so now we have been entering into the class world. Okay, so you need to tell this one as the method and not the function. Clear? So to this method, I have sent three data. Clear? And those three data, this robo has been accepted, closed its hand. Okay, so when we call the method, what we do, isn't it? So we actually pass some data and call the robo, isn't it? So robo is going to do the works. Clear? So with those many things, robo is going to do some process. The same here as well. Okay, so robo has given all the data. Okay, so which is 101. 101. Okay, so EMP is equal to 101. This actually goes here. Okay. Okay, so see here, we actually have passed the data here. Since it's called this robo, okay, so student only. and we have asked for the new space. Okay, so new object. So object will be created like this, and inside that object we actually have put three data. Okay, so which was the empty ground previously. Okay, so we actually have started constructing the house. Okay, and have put three rooms. Clear? And these three rooms should be given to these three instance variables. So we cannot give it directly to these three, okay? But we can just give it to the special method, and this special method will accept this one and will be assigning it to all these things. Okay, so why do we need this thing is like, okay, so why we need to do all these processes? So previously we had been creating an object, correct? So like this, we would have created an object. Okay, so inside of this one, we would have passed the ID, name, and age and all, correct? So guys, clear? We would have passed the data like this, correct? So like this, we would have passed the data. Correct. So we can pass only one data here, okay? But here it is not like that. We can pass n number of the data, and okay, not required to give the initialize the values directly, okay? So when we declare the variable, not required to put the values and all. Okay, we can just put it inside this bracket, okay? And this bracket data will go here and will be assigned directly to this data. Clear? So will go here, assign the data to these three things. Okay, so that is called as the instance variables. Okay, so to this one. So we actually have taken this one and taken the local variable. Okay, so local variable scope starts here and ends here itself. Okay, and in the execution time. Clear, ma? So we have assigned the data to the instance variables. Simple. Okay, and n number of the objects can be created, so not required to write the data like this. Okay, so put the data inside the object, single object. Okay, so not required to write the single object. We can just write bulk objects like this, can pass different data. Okay, so which is 2 3 like that we can pass. Okay, and for now let it be single data itself. Let us just see, enhance it later on. Okay, fine, and we have got this one, isn't it? So again, I'm going to write another one function which is called as the display function. Clear? So for this only, okay, so consider this one. So take this one, and to display all the data, I actually have written one function. Okay, so this is actually a function only. Clear? I have written one function here, and for this function, what we are going to do is like, I'm not going to do anything. Okay, so we are going to just print the data. This dot ID. Okay, so like this only you need to take, okay, EMPID, correct? Okay, so EMPID is, okay, so this dot EMPID, so we need to just print these three values only, okay, I mean these three variables only. We cannot take the ID, name, and the age, because it actually scope starts here and ends here itself. Okay, so local variable for this local thing only. Okay, and these three things are the instance variables. Okay, so kindly print all the things which is the name, right? Second one, oh sorry, this dot name. Okay, so we just needed to call it as this dot name. Okay, in this thing we have this. Okay, I mean we have the name. Take that name. Okay, take this name. That is the meaning for this one. Clear? Do you have any doubts, ma? எல்லாமே டவுட் தானா? அப்படியா இருக்கு? அவ்வளவா கஷ்டமா இருக்கு? ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. I actually have created one object, okay, and passed three values. And அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு இங்க ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் எழுதியிருக்க, ஸ்பெஷல் ஃபங்க்ஷன். அதுக்கு மீனிங் அப்புறம் சொல்லுவேன். ஓகேவா? So I'll tell you guys the meaning for this special function. Okay, so special name we have for this one. Okay, it is going to rule the complete JavaScript itself. JavaScript's object-oriented programming itself. Okay, I'll tell you what is that special method. Okay, and we actually have written one function here. Okay, so normally function to display these three instance variables. Yes, enough. One thing, okay, has to be revealed. What is this? Okay, see here, let us just go ahead and start displaying this one. Yes, we have got it perfectly. Okay, we didn't get any. Okay, so call that one. Okay, Using the object, kindly call it. Where is it? Prototype one. Yes, call this one and see. Okay, so what is the error we have been facing it? Okay, so call this one to print it. Correct. So to print this one, we need to call it. See here, stu.display is not a function. See here. Okay, so this one is not actually a normal function. It is a prototype because student is the prototype. Okay, which is considered to be a class here. Simple. Student is considered to be a class. Okay, but without class, previously the developers had been writing the, okay, creating the object, okay, n number of the objects and have been passing those data, okay, and to the instance variables using the prototype. Okay, so kindly put the prototype here. Simple. Prototype. See here, so predefined the property we have. Prototype, so we are able to get the data perfectly. Clear? So we have got the data perfectly. Yes. So something actually it is showing here. It is a warning. What is it actually? I have told that I'm going to just reveal the special functions meaning, name. See here, this constructor. This is actually a constructor. Okay. So we can just tell it as engineer of the house. Engineer is going to put the plan and all, and the constructors, isn't it? So people who is going to work in the construction. Okay, they are going to build a house. Correct. So we actually have given a house in the empty ground. Okay. So consider this one is an empty ground. Okay, empty ground. Inside this one, so we actually have given the data. Okay, it is what is there actually bricks and the soil. Okay, bricks and the soil, cement, right? Okay, to build the house. Okay, so taking that one, the rover actually has put the data, okay, into the instance variables. So put the cement and the bricks, okay, to the instance variables. Instance variables, we actually have got it perfectly, meaning got initialized perfectly. Okay, so this is the constructor because it is going to do the engineering work. Okay, so he is going to take the data and put into the instance variables. Clear? So this is called as the constructor. Okay, so why we need this constructor? Simple. To initialize the values to the instance variables. Clear? Instance variables. That's all. Okay, so initialize the values to the instance variables. And one thing I wanted to tell you guys, not required to write the instance variables and all like this. Okay, like Java. Seriously. Okay, in Java, we need to write all the instance variables. Then need to create a constructor and create an object, pass the data to the constructor, and that constructor will construct the data to the instance variables. That is the flow. In fact, in JavaScript, not required to put all these things. Okay, so do not need to write everything like this. Okay, that will be taken care by the prototype. Okay, so when we just take any variable on the left side, that will be under control of the protocol. Okay, left side variables will be under control of the protocol. Prototype. Okay, under control of the prototype. Clear? So not required to write anything. And this is a local variable. This is the instance variables only. Okay, which is under control of the prototype. Okay, not required to write and define like this and all. Okay, so not required. We can just write it directly inside the constructor itself. Clear? This is called as the constructor. Yes, we can create a number of the objects. Object creation. Okay, one second. Okay, what is the meaning for this one? Okay, so okay, I'll tell you one example. Okay, with one thing. Once again. Okay, so we have a bus, ma. Okay, inside the bus, we do have a number of the seats. Okay, so like this, we do have the seats. Clear, ma? Correct. This is how actually bus looks, right? I don't know. How does the bus looks, ma? My dear children. Hmm.
It's
How
seat
does
only,
the
ma'am.
bus look? Hmm. Yes. This is actually a seat. Okay, so it means just to draw something like this. Yes. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Someone is sitting like this. Okay. Ah, fine. So has been sitting. Okay, so people have been sitting here. Okay. These many people have been sitting here. This person actually is turning here, right? Okay, fine. Okay, and our matter is not with this one. I actually have been playing. Okay, fine. So I have filled that last. Okay, fine. Success. So here also some parties actually sit, isn't it? So here one space will be there. So a number of the parties will sit, which is like grandmas. Okay. So grandmas sit in this place and driver sit here. I'm not going to write the driver here. Okay. So, okay, fine. So for driver, actually completely one space is there, empty space. Okay. That is what is the information. I mean, that is what is the, what is it actually, procedure. Okay. See here, this is the bus, right? So it means just to put the class bus. Okay. So class bus. Okay. Inside this class bus, I just need one space, new space in your bus, new space in your bus. Okay, and space should be like this empty ground. Okay, so that I'm going to make my driver sit inside this space. Okay, please give me. Okay, we are going to actually have been begging the bus to give a little bit of space so that let me just make my driver object. Okay, sit inside this bus. Okay, so yes. Okay, at present we have got one, what is it actually? Space. Okay, and the steering here. Okay, and brake, clutch, and all is there. Okay, so okay, fine. So gear is also is going to be okay. So yes, so he has the gear and everything. Okay, so brake, clutch, and accelerator. Okay, so everything is there. Okay, fine. So okay, so this person is going to do some work. Okay. So my driver object is going to, okay, let me just keep the object name as driver. Okay. So what he is going to do is he is going to drive. He is going to kick the brake. He is going to kick the accelerator. Okay. He's going to put gear. So all these things are actions. Correct. So okay. Driver dot drive one action. Okay. Driver dot brake another one action. Guys, understand it perfectly. Very, very important. Class is very, very important when we go for React. Okay, in case if you blink, then definitely I'll come to your house and knock on your head. Okay, so driver, hmm, drive, brake, accelerator. Okay, so axle. Let me just keep like this. Okay, fine. So these many things are there inside the bus so that I need to make my object sit into your bus. Okay, so kindly give a small space. Okay, and let me just fill the data of that driver. Like, what is the data actually? 101 ID. Okay, ID card, which is like ID card. Okay, employee's ID card, ID number, name of the driver, and age of the driver. Okay, and the place he is going to travel. Okay, those many things can be given inside of this empty space, isn't it? So those things will be set by the constructor inside this one. Okay, so no space here. I didn't give the space for this one. It is a constructor. Constructor only. Okay, in JavaScript it is constructor only. In Java it is not like that. Okay, so how we have written here, same way we write it in the Java. Okay, so which is the student. So how we write is like a class student. Okay, inside this in Java actually we write like this. Okay, here it actually accepts What are all the things we have? Int ID, okay, int name, okay, int age, correct. And here it is going to be like int ID, because we need to put the data type and all perfectly to get it, okay. Next, oh, string, right? Yes, string name, okay. Just to change this one as a string. Like this, we actually accept it, okay. In case if you wish to see Java videos or anything else, okay, kindly see this one and check this one, okay, how this actually has been making clear. So this will get it by student, kindly give me a small space, okay, which is small space, which is the small object, okay. Let me just fill some data. So like this, we write no student, right? Okay, waiting. Fine. So here we have given it. So all the data will be filled here directly. This is how Java actually looks like. I feel very sleepy, seriously. So tired. Not able to type properly. Yeah. Okay, guys. Clear. And in case if you have any method, okay. So just play method. So method only, right? So you should not put the function on. Okay, inside the class. Yes. So log statement or system.out.println. Okay, so like this actually we write. We can just print all the data here using the this dot id, this dot name, this dot age. Okay, so as per the JavaScript, but in Java not required. Okay, we can just use it id, name, and age directly. That's all. Okay, so you can just call this method, and this method prints all the data. That is what actually happens when it comes to the Java, and when it comes to the JavaScript class. Yes, everything. Oh, okay. Inside this one, okay. So inside the main method, we need to write this one. Main method will be there. Okay, public static void main. Completely we need to write, but not required. Okay, as it is just I've been writing for an example. Okay, so like this, we just need to write. Okay, so public static void main and all need to write in before this main. Okay, so ignore it. Fine. So this is how we need to create an object, and using the object, we can just call the display method. Guys, this is how actually we do it for the Java. Okay, so not required at present. We just cancel everything. Yes. So I hope you would have understood about the object creation syntax. This one. Okay. Student, kindly give me a small space. Let me just fill the data. Okay. And constructor is going to take care of the data, initializing the data to the instance variables. like the rhymes, isn't it? Understood, guys? Clear all? Mohana, Devi, Kritika, Kavita, Ajay, Madhu, Anita. Okay, simple only, very easy only. எதுக்காக இதெல்லாம் பண்றோம்னா நிறைய ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ் ஒரே ஒரு கிளாஸ்க்குள்ள கொடுக்க முடியும் collection of objects. In case if you don't prefer the class, creating the objects separately using the JavaScript's three types of the object creation, it will be very, very lazy, which is like a number of the code we need to write. Okay, so lot and lot of code we need to write. So using the single line of the object, we can pass a number of the data to the class properties, classes properties. Okay, so what are the properties at present we have been handling? ID, name, and the age. Okay, in case in elaborate version, you may tend to add the department, subject, student count. Okay, so like this, a number of the data. You can just add it. Okay, phone number, Aadhaar number, what is it actually, PAN number. Okay, and how many credit cards the student has. Student has the bike or car. Okay, so driving license number. Everything can be written inside the object constructor itself. Okay, in that empty ground, we can just pass the data in the empty ground. That will interacted with the constructor. Constructor is going to accept all the data and close its hand and give it to the instance variables. Not required to write the instance variables separately. Okay, if you write the instance variables in the left side of the data, okay, left side of this one, it will be considered, okay, under control of the protocol only. I mean, sorry, prototype only. Okay. So prototype, well, what is that actually? How to tell this one? Adopting.
Adopt.
Okay. Adopt. Okay. So prototype will adopt these three instance variables. Okay. And constructor will assign the values to those many instance variables which is under control of prototype. I've been speaking again and again because you just make all these things in your mind perfectly. Okay, that is why. Clear, guys? Shall we create a class now? I hope it is easy for you. Shall we create the JavaScript's original class and write the constructor and write the methods and everything? Easy only. Very, very easy. Okay. Class.js. Okay. Fine. Go ahead and write it. Class. Let us just write anything like employee or something like that. Okay. Fine. Class employee. Clear. Create an object for this employee. Second step. Let emp, okay, give me a small place to make my object sit in that place. Okay. New place. In your employee class, my dear employee. Okay. So mane tene punmane. So will be added here. Mohana. Oh, employee, right? Okay. 23. Okay, so 22, 21, 23. Okay. Yes. So right one constructor. Constructor is actually constructor only. Okay. So not like the prototype. Okay. Constructor only. Okay. It is a kind of the Java class. Okay. But here it is not like that. We do have only one constructor here. In Java, we do have n number of the constructors like constructor overloading and all. But we don't have anything like that. Okay. So very, very simple only. And accept the three data. Accept it, name, age, okay, and put this dot id. Okay, so consider we actually have three data here. Okay, just let name and age. Okay, you can give different data as well, ma, different thing as well here. Not at all a problem. Fine, we have got the problem here. Oh, okay, okay. Don't use the let and all. Okay, it is JavaScript one. Should not use. Okay, so we have taken it from the Java, but Java's data type doesn't accept it here. So you should not use that data types as well and this data types as well. Clear? It should be blank. So for these three instance variables, kindly put the instance variables. Oh, sorry, this class. Okay. So what is the meaning for this one is at present? Okay. So understand this one carefully. In this class, we have the variable called ID. Take it. Okay, that is the meaning for this. So the properties we need to access the properties. Okay, so to retrieve the properties, to read the properties, we need to use this keyword for sure. Clear? As per the JavaScript, but not in Java now. So don't worry. In case if you, if the Java people have here, we have the Java people also here, it will be useful. Okay, I'll show you the Java's constructor and all also. Okay, so don't worry. It will be in elaborate version. Okay, so we'll be able to understand perfectly. Yes, so here also we can just put one log statement. Okay, inside the constructor. This dot age, guys, you can give different names also here. Okay, so not at all a problem. This is the instance variables, and this is actually the local variable. Okay, the value actually passing here, so that will be assigned. Accepting here, and 101 will be here. Okay, so will be given to this ID instance variables. So understand this one carefully and study. Okay, you should not get non-understandable doubts. Clear, ma? In case if you have any doubts, kindly let me know. Okay, without understanding, kindly don't watch. This dot name very, very important. That is why I've been stressing the words. Okay, so I have given all the things. Now go ahead, see here. So we have got it. Okay, before writing the method, okay, so we didn't write the method itself first. So see here, constructor calling statement. So we can just tell this one as constructor calling statement. Okay. So accepting statement. Okay. Constructor accepting. Okay, parameter. Here it is argument. Here it is a parameter. Same thing. Okay. So how you actually define the method, isn't it? So this is another method. Okay, which is going to be used, okay, to initialize the values to the instance variables. Simple. Accepting statement. Okay, constructor block. Clear? Constructor block to initialize values to the instance variables. Clear? Yes, do you have any doubts, ma'am? Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, நான் இன்னும் மெத்தடே எழுதல, ஒண்ணுமே பண்ணல, ஒரு கிளாஸ் போட்டிருக்கேன், அங்க ஒரு 3 இன்ஸ்டன்ஸ் வேரியபிள்ஸ், இது வேலிடே இல்ல, தேவையில்லை, இது அண்டர் கண்ட்ரோல் ஆஃப் த ப்ரோட்டோகால் போயிடுவாங்க. ஓகே, நம்ம இந்த பக்கம் இப்படி எழுதினாலே போதும், அது வந்து ப்ரோட்டோகாலுக்கு ஒரு குழந்தை ஆயிடுவாங்க. ஓகே, so don't worry. So these are all actually, these three things are actually children of the prototype. Okay, so babies, kids. Okay, so மெத்தட் எழுதலாம். மெத்தடுக்கு ஃபங்க்ஷன் அதெல்லாம் போடவே கூடாது, சும்மா இவ்வளவுதான் எழுதணும். Okay, only the name, method name, method header. Okay, method header, the complete method header, இது மட்டும் method name. Okay, so log statement. Okay, inside the display method. Copy பண்ணி அப்படியே இத போட்டுக்கிறேன். ஓகேவா? So no time. I've been doing the copy paste work, so don't do that one. Okay, so kindly write it by yourself. Next, call this one simple. Okay, so at present we don't have, correct? Constructor call ஆனதுனால constructor போயிட்டு வேல்யூல அசைன் பண்ணிட்டு இதை print பண்ணி விட்டுருச்சு. Okay, so dot display method call this one. So this display method is going to call this display method with these data. See here. Okay, in case if you want to just put another one data here with different names who are all there, ma, Kritika, Devi, isn't it? Okay. Devi, okay, 1, 3, employee 1. Using this object, if you call the display method, okay, using this object, we actually have called the constructor. Okay, so first இதை வச்சு டேட்டா எல்லாம் பாஸ் பண்ணி நமக்கு இதெல்லாம் பிரிண்ட் பண்ணாங்க. ஓகேவா? இதை பிரிண்ட் பண்ணாங்க, இதை பிரிண்ட் பண்ணாங்க, ஆமா, இதையும் பிரிண்ட் பண்ணாங்க. ஓகே, so இப்போ next we are going to pass the next data. Okay, so these many data will go and assigns the values to the instance variables which is under control of the prototype. Okay, so then we'll get the data printed. Clear? See here, so we have got this data printed. So yet we didn't call the display method. Okay, in case if you call with this one only, okay, so this one, these three data only you'll get. Okay, so you just need to call it with this particular, okay, with the relevant object, so that you will get the data of this object which we have passed here. Clear? Do you have any doubts, ma? Okay, n number of the objects can be created and can give it to the class, correct? And class will take care of initializing the values and all using the constructor. Do you have any doubts? Easy? Flow of the execution. Okay, so first constructor has got executed. Next, this one. Okay, so display method has got executed, and next third one, we actually have called the constructor with a different object. Okay, so different data. Okay, and with that object we have called this one, so we have got this one printed on the console. Clear? Understood the flow? புரிஞ்சுதா? ஈஸியா இருக்கப்பா? ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், நல்லா புரிஞ்சு படிங்க. இது தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா உங்களுக்கு எந்த லாங்குவேஜுமே ரொம்ப ஈஸி. Clear? That's all, ma. So we'll speak the remaining topics tomorrow. Okay, in case if you just want to create a number of the objects. Okay, so kindly do the task and submit it to me, guys, please. Okay, I beg you, guys. So I've been just doing the spoon feed only. Seriously, I myself haven't seen such a trainer to teach all these things. Okay, for the JavaScript, no one teaches perfectly the object-oriented programming languages and all. So I've been teaching you guys. I have been expecting something from you. Okay, so needed to get placed. So do the practice and whatever the practice you have been doing, kindly take a screenshot and kindly send it to me, guys. Clear? ஐயோ எனக்கு தூக்கமா வருது முடியல. Okay, guys. இப்போ வந்து போட்டுக்கலாம். ஓகேவா? So இதோ the data இங்க fill பண்ணிக்கிறேன். So let me just fill some data here. Okay. Hmm. Mohana, Devi, Kritika, correct. So eyes actually are burning for me. Ajay, next. Kavita. Hmm. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, that is what I've been telling. So sleepy, seriously. But I didn't eat anything. But within that, I have been feel sleepy only. Okay. Hmm. Fine. This one. Yeah. Okay. So I have filled all the data. See here. Okay. So these three data are also would be there, but only the constructors will be printed. Okay. Not the display method because we didn't use the display method here. Okay. Using this object, we didn't call the display method. So only the constructors will be displayed here. Clear? Do you have any confusions? Do you have any doubts, ma?
No, ma'am.
Guys, from tomorrow onwards, kindly log in at 8:30, okay? Clear? So evening batch I have
Okay, ma'am.
scheduled to morning. So kindly log in at 8:30. I also feel very sleepy and tired, okay? So we can just start by 8:30 itself and we'll finish it off, okay? So another 5 to 6 days will complete the JavaScript. Yeah. JavaScript will be completed within just 5 days, okay? Then Bootstrap another 2 days. 7 days will complete it. Okay, guys, then we'll meet you guys tomorrow. Okay, let me give this code to you guys. Kindly do the prototype, then do this one. Okay, very important, ma. Please do it. Practice it and send me the screenshots. Okay, so we get a lot and lot of works. I know that. Okay, personal work, everything we have. We actually have paid something here. Okay, more than the single semester's amount you would have paid here. Okay, I know it. Kindly take the skill along with that one. Okay, so valuable skill you need to take. Clear? So kindly do the practice.
Yeah.